Join the fray. It's such a beautiful day. Don't delay.
Hey. Yep. Yeah, I love this camera. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to, I believe this is episode 5 of the Fray Forum. And for the very first time, we have this special guest. Tell me your name, Brandon?
Yeah, man, Brandon Hackman, man. Born and raised in Portsmouth, Virginia. Been a wrestling fan pretty much all my life, and excited to be here, excited to talk about it.
Yeah. Now, this man, he does his own thing on TikTok, so I'm going to leave a link in the description at the end of this video. But we're going to talk about a couple things.
Sure.
Now, first thing I want to discuss, AEW Collision. We were both there. What's your experience with that?
Pretty cool. Not my first AEW show. I've been to a Dynamite and a Rampage. So, kind of went as expected. Saw Adam Copeland, I call him Page. But, saw Adam Copeland, Hangman Page was there. So it was a pretty good night.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you saw my vlog, but they put that box in my view site, and we're sitting there for like 2 hours. Like, why is this box there? It's the same box they Jericho suplex Big Bill off of. I'm like, did they have this sitting there for 2 hours just for a spot? I'm like, that got on my nerves.
That was a wild match, though. That was a wild match.
Right.
They destroyed somebody's car like outside the cold, but that car was actually a wrestler who works on the independent scene. So,
Oh, really?
I guess he was cool with it.
Okay, he's probably a VCW wrestler or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that whole night was cool. Let's see, we had ROH, Collision, and Battle of the Belts.
Yep.
That jump was
We
fire.
showed him one.
Yeah, so, all right, but yeah, that was AEW Collision. I just wanted to get both our thoughts on that since we was both there. My next point, okay. So I wanted to discuss Monday Night Raw, but I didn't see it because my team crapped the bed once again. I'm sorry. I gotta say this real quick. For those of y'all who watch my channel, you know I'm an Eagles fan, okay? I'm already sad about how the season went, but let's see. I'm an Eagles fan and a wrestling fan. Okay, 1 or 2 Monday nights, y'all had my team playing for 5 Monday night football. I mean, every time the Eagles play, I don't watch Raw. That's going to change if y'all going to have my team play 5 Monday nights in the season. That's not, and then on top of the fact, that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, anyway, the next real topic.
Yeah.
Something I don't really want to discuss because I'm a little upset about it.
Yep.
Seth's injury.
Man, so for those who don't know, Seth, during this match against Jinder Mahal for the World Championship, suffered a torn MCL and partially torn meniscus. Definitely pushed the potential WrestleMania match in jeopardy. I think that in Seth's mind, he'll just kind of sit out until Mania and just let his knee heal. I could be wrong though; he could relinquish the championship this Monday, but I feel like that's what I think he's going to do. I didn't see him defending the championship at the Rumble. He's kind of beaten everybody on Raw, so I didn't really see him defending the championship at the Rumble. Might have did something at the Chamber, but I feel like from now up until maybe like the end of March, WrestleMania, I feel like he'll just kind of step away from in-ring action. He'll still do like segments, promos, but as far as wrestling, I feel like he'll just kind of take a seat into it.
Okay, so you brought up a good point. What plans did they have for him at the Rumble?
I don't think they had any plans.
So they were gonna just not have a world champion. Oh, I guess in fairness, the Universal Championship was gonna be on the line. So I guess Seth could take a break since Roman has taken many.
Yeah, and that's what I started to question. Like, okay, Rumble is a week from today, so he doesn't have any real challenges, and plus, everybody that he's faced already is in the Rumble match. So like Drew, Finn, I don't know if Jinder's gonna be in it, but yeah, all those guys, they're in the Rumble. So, like I said, I didn't think he was going to defend the belt at the Rumble anyway. But, yeah, I guess we'll see what he does on Monday.
Yeah, because I didn't even think about that. He didn't even have a match for Royal Rumble. But, well, on top of that, I want to say a good thing will be, remember how Miz was injured and he kind of did the whole leg and the cast thing?
Yeah.
So I I know Seth's not that type of character, but I'm saying that would have been a good time to pass the time, or even something like Britt Baker did when when she had she had torn ACL.
Yeah.
And then she walked around with, what was that, the role model stuff or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be something along those lines, or he'll just be talking from the background. I don't think they want to put that injury out there like that, because I'm not going to say it's going to make him feel weak as champion, but it's going to make him look vulnerable as champion. And you have Damian Priest right out there.
Well, that's that workhorse champion, so he's wrestling all the Raws, all the live events, pay-per-views, whether it's to Roman, he's not really on TV as much, but he's still a champion. The good thing is, just being a little optimistic about it, a heel time for a torn MCL is usually 2 to 4 months. So that's why I believe that if he were to just not wrestle until WrestleMania, I feel like he could still make that match against CM Punk. Supposedly that's still in the works, that's still the plan for WrestleMania.
That's going to be interesting. Or they're probably going to have it to where Adam Pearce tells him he can't be on TV because of something that happens or something like that, or for his own safety. I feel they're going to work this into a storyline somehow.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it's perfect. And also, he's not advertised for the next few shows until after February 14th. I think I read that. So I think he's going to be off TV anyway. But we'll see on Monday what he does, man.
Yeah, I'll be able to watch Raw this time. I'm sorry. I'm mad. As you can tell. And on top of that, you a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, man. You
He's
know
one
what
of the
I'm
good
saying? Gosh, man. I didn't expect that.
We both hurt, don't we?
I mean, I'm used to it at this point. We fold playoffs, so coach is still there.
Likewise. Anyway, we ain't gonna let football dominate wrestling talk, but so next thing, what surprise entries do you see for the Women's Rumble this year?
Ooh, so I think we're gonna see a lot of women's surprises than men's surprises. I think for the men's Rumble, we're gonna see it more from a storyline aspect, especially from Drew, Cody, and Punk. They're all trying to finish their story. But for the women's side, Naomi, or Trinity, if you want to call it now, she lost her Knockouts Championship at Hard to Kill. So I feel like she might show up. There's been a lot of rumors that Sasha Banks might show up, or Mercedes Moné. Who else? I feel like I don't know who's like injured.
It's got Bianca came back, so
yeah, Bianca's wrestling.
yeah, she's out there.
But I feel like those could be like the two main surprises. If Triple H pulls that off, and then they go.
That's gonna be interesting. Okay, so excuse me, I had this cough for like 2 weeks. I don't have COVID, I promise. All right, so there's a couple of wrestling rumors. I squashed both of them, but I want to get your take on it.
Okay.
Gunther versus Cody for the Intercontinental Championship.
Why is that a rumor? That don't make sense.
It shouldn't even be said, in my opinion.
No, that don't make sense at all. I love Gunther. He's one of the best wrestlers, especially last year with the WrestleMania match and his match against Chad Gable on Raw for him to set the record. He can't miss. Like, he can't do no wrong. So a rumor for him versus Cody just wouldn't be ideal. I feel like he will go against Brock, which I believe he will return at the Rumble. I feel like he'll do that.
That was actually my other rumor.
Okay.
Gunther versus Brock.
See, I'm already.
See, I would love that one.
Yeah, that's gonna tear the house down. If Gunther had a match of the year candidate last year at Mania in a triple threat, him and Brock is gonna be phenomenal. And cool fact there, Brock has never challenged for a mid-card championship.
No, never.
Only like the World Championship or the Universal Championship, never a tag team title, mid-card title. So this will actually be a first for him.
Yeah, not only that, I'm gonna be there at WrestleMania. If that match happens, I'm gonna mark out, like, seriously.
I'm still in the works of making that happen myself. So
It wasn't easy. I hate this cough, seriously. All right, so all right, I'm gonna close it off with this. I got a couple of WrestleMania scenarios for you.
Okay.
All right, the first one, I want to get your reaction. and this is what everybody's advertising: Rock versus Roman for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania.
So I made a video on my TikTok page about a couple weeks ago about it. I felt like it should have happened at the Chamber to go ahead and just go ahead and get that out the way. But if they want to happen, if they want it to happen at WrestleMania, I don't feel like the championship should be involved, because that just kind of puts like a spoiler on the winner is. I mean, Roman will probably win either way, but for the championship, I just feel like it's just gonna be a little bit too extra.
I already know the result.
Yeah, like
It makes no sense.
it's the same thing. 2013, Rock and Punk. Like, even though I don't think Rock should have won the championship then either, but Rock and Roman, I mean, it's a generational match. If The Rock wants to do it, then they're going to do it, which kind of will put Cody. I mean, I don't see what else Cody could do at WrestleMania besides challenge Roman for the championship. So, I've also been hearing like a triple threat, which could be all right, but I just feel like that would just be a little bit too much. Like,
All right, so just with them wrestling in general, it wouldn't be a bad match
no,
without the championship. I mean, I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but in my opinion, okay, we all know Roman has reached a larger milestone than The Rock and holding the title as long as he did.
yeah,
But I don't know, it's probably nostalgia, and I grew up watching The Rock. Roman has not made it to Rock's level as far as athleticism and charisma. Like, nowhere near. That's just me. A lot of people, y'all might disagree with me. That's just where I stand. I know a lot of people that they all for the tribal chief. I love the tribal chief. I really do. But he's never been that, to me. He's never been as charismatic and as athletic as The Rock. I mean, not saying he's not athletic, and yes, he gets over with the whole acknowledgement thing. Yeah, and he came a long way with his promos, but
suffering succotash was a
Lord
wild
have
time.
mercy.
A wild time.
So what's your what's your take on that?
As far as like charismatic, I mean, Roman's a heel, so he's been that type of heel where he's like the big boss, like the final boss.
Yeah.
And like like one of those like story mode games where it's just a story mode and you got to beat the last person to beat the game. He's kind of like one of those type of heels. The Rock, he's spent most of his career as a face. He had that little heel run in 03. He should have got a longer run as Hollywood Rock. That was classic.
To add to that, good gracious. Excuse me. See, I'm not really editing this, but I'm costing on. So to add to that, one interesting dynamic I saw about that is a heel turn helped both Roman and The Rock in their careers, because The Rock turned a heel that brought out his cocky side, and people just fell in love with it. Right, Roman turned a heel, bringing this tribal chief thing that did a whole 180 on his career, like for real.
And I think the bloodline storyline has everything to do with it. Because even as the big dog, I like Roman as the big dog. But the way that they were trying to present him,
right,
and force him at the top spot when a lot of people didn't want him to be there, that's where I feel like things kind of went wrong. When he beat The Undertaker at 33, I felt like they should have turned him heel then.
That would have been perfect, honestly.
But, they kept him in face, and they finally put the championship on Roman when he beat Brock at SummerSlam. But just the way that they were trying to present him wasn't really, it wasn't what the fans wanted. So that's why I feel like Roman got a lot of hate as the big dog. But now the tribal chief, he can't do no wrong either.
Yeah, look, ain't gonna lie. Even I got the greatness on another level shirt. I got all that stuff. And then a friend of mine, he annoyed. For those of y'all who watch the Fray vlogs, especially from the WrestleCade one, which ironically we're in Winston-Salem where WrestleCade is. My friend calls himself the Tribal Chief. I'm like, you are not no Tribal Chief. And he talking about, no, you need to acknowledge me. Like, no, I don't. No, but I digress. So another scenario. In this one, I feel is more realistic. Okay, it's still gonna be Roman and Rock at WrestleMania, but Roman drops the title at WrestleMania without getting pinned to probably Randy Orton. I mean, Rock may or may not be involved. But
Are you talking about at the Rumble?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can see that happening too. And then set up Cody versus Randy. That's a story.
That would be awesome.
That would be a good story to tell there. I don't know. I don't think that. A part of me wants that to happen, but I don't think that they'll have Roman drop the championship at the Rumble. Because I feel like at this point he's been champion for 1,200 days.
That would be a cheap way to end it.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense for what they're trying to do in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like for a reign like that to end, they would want that to happen at WrestleMania. I mean, if he was getting pinned, of course.
Right.
But if he's not involved in the decision, then I mean, I would be fine with it for happening at the Rumble. But yeah, I mean, Fatal 4 is going to be it's going to be real good. If The Rock were to get involved, and I would say there's definitely a chance that Roman could lose that championship.
Yeah, because here's the thing, another caveat to why that would make sense. We've also seen rumors that Roman's going to either take more time off, or I think he was actually leaving. Oh, like I said, this is all speculation. I don't know how true this is. I'm not. I don't write no dirt sheets or nothing. I just read. Mm-hmm. They said that Roman could be leaving wrestling, going to Hollywood, just like The Rock. This could be his send off.
Yeah, they were talking about that. I think last year.
Yeah,
they were talking about him going into Hollywood. But I feel like the taking time off thing, I feel like he reached at a point where, as far as his character, that he can do that. Just like Brock Lesnar, you know, he's Brock Lesnar, so you know he doesn't need to be at Raw or SmackDown every week. He can show up during WrestleMania season, or you know, SummerSlam's coming up, or if they got to do a show in Saudi Arabia, he can show up there. So I feel like I think Roman has reached a level with his character that they'll allow him to do that.
I can see that.
So yeah, I mean, if it happens, I mean, hey, you know.
Well, about to wrap it up here. Any closing thoughts to the Fray family?
Nice to meet you, Fray family. Be sure to check out my page. Still trying to upload content there, and also drop your predictions for who's going to win the men's and the women's Royal Rumble as well. So
we'll see. My counterpart, Jimmy, he does the what we call Fray Picks, where he does a video and he does his predictions, and we got some. He never did 100%, but we have it to where if he gets 100% predictions, I have to do a rap review of the pay-per-view. I've done it one time. And he actually I've done it twice, and he wants me to do it again, but he never gets 100%, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, all right. That's all we have today. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Very first guest of the Fray Forum. I'm pretty sure he'll be here again at some point. Sure. Check out his content on TikTok. Make sure y'all check out the Fray Forum podcast from here on out. Love y'all. Thanks for joining the Fray.